Hey, it's Hayley here. Welcome to my kitchen. This is the first time I have ever even attempted to film a cooking video, so it'll be interesting to see how this all turns out. Hopefully it turns out okay. But today I decided to cook bibimbap, which is a Korean spicy mixed rice, and it's one of my favorite meals, and it's also really healthy and delicious, and I always order it when I go out. And I've cooked it a few times at home before and it's been really good. So I've been craving it for a while now, and yeah, I decided to cook it today. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I went grocery shopping before and I picked up zucchinis, cucumbers, carrots, capsicum, red capsicum or red bell pepper. I've got a big bunch of spinach. I've also got spring onion or green onion, whatever you call it. I have some garlic. That's shiitake mushrooms. I have, these are frozen edamame soybeans. And I've also got sprouted soybeans, kind of like bean sprouts, but these are soya bean shoots. Then I've got tofu. This is fried tofu, so it's not super healthy, but it's really delicious. I love this. And then I also have the gochujang, which is the red hot pepper paste that goes on top of the bibimbap. And then I have a few other bits and pieces. So I've got roasted sesame seeds. Got, what is this? Sesame oil, and to top all of that off, I have some eggs. So first off, we're gonna start with the rice, because that's gonna take a little while. I am using, I think probably a cup of white rice, and then I'm gonna be using this mixed rice, which has a bunch of beans and brown rice. Just a lot of beans. It's really nice. I actually really like the texture of this. And then I have some wild rice or purple rice, or what do they call it? Black cargo rice. This will make your rice like purple. So I'm just gonna measure out a cup of white rice. Then we'll go about 3/4 cups of this mixed rice. And the rest of this, so just fill it up with this black rice. So we have a nice mixture. And then of course I'm gonna rinse this a few times. Okay, now I'm gonna put this into my rice cooker. First things first, we're gonna mince probably about 2 cloves of garlic in preparation for later. So 2 good sized cloves. A tip my mum, who is like a pro cook, gave me is always clean up as you're cooking, because A, you don't want to be overwhelmed with the messy workspace, and B, at the end, if you've just got shit everywhere, it's just gonna become way too much and you're gonna dread having to clean it up afterwards. So just keep everything neat and tidy as you cook and it'll be good. Garlicky. So just keep mincing until it's really fine. You don't want to have huge chunks of garlic in your food. Otherwise, you can use one of those garlic mincers. I don't usually like to use them because you end up wasting a lot of the garlic. And the one that I have is pretty crappy, so I just mince it by knife. Next, we're going to prepare the soybeans. These are not left-handed scissors. And just pick out the ones that look a little bit brown. I actually didn't get the freshest ones, but I had a million things in my hands. So I just quickly grabbed a bag. Alright, that'll do. Now we're gonna rinse this. I'm just gonna kind of soak it in a bit of water for a little while and then rinse it over a few times. So we've got the soybeans in the pot now. I'm gonna add about 1 liter of water to this and then put it over a medium-high heat. And we also need to cover that as well. Okay, now we're gonna go onto spinach. This is half of what I have. I want a lot of spinach because the girl is iron deficient. So I'm just gonna start off by cutting off some of the roots. You don't need so much. And this recipe isn't mine. I actually got it from Maangchi, who is a Korean lady here on YouTube who has all these different Korean recipes. She is the master. And she says that the red roots makes the spinach really tasty. So try to keep on some of that red roots. And you can take the little hairy bits off with your knife, like so. So I'm gonna toss this into a pot. So much spinach, huh? But it'll probably cook down to basically nothing anyway, so you're all good. And there will be a lot of dirt in it, but we'll wash it again after it has blanched. It's a lot of spinach. Okay, so I've got some water boiled already, so I'm just gonna pour this over and cook it for like about 1 minute until it gets soft. So this is a whole bunch of spinach that we had previously, and I have tried to squeeze out most of the water. So now we're just going to, so with this we're just going to cut it up into probably like 2 or 3 separate areas. And then I'll probably cut it across here as well. And then let's put it in a bowl. So I got my Asian bowls, and I'm also going to quickly slice up some spring onion. So we're going to add a little bit of garlic. A bit more. Add some green onion. I just roasted the sesames a little bit more, although they are supposed to be roasted already. I just like it a little bit more roasted. This is optional, of course. I'm just a little bit extra. I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. I'm using tamari. And then also a sprinkle of sesame oil. Might just add a little bit more. Tasty. Okay, so that's one ingredient done. And I know it might seem like it's taking a long time, but the prep is what really takes a long time making this dish. Cooking time is barely anything. And you're cooking the vegetables and preparing the vegetables all separately, and you're kind of making them their own individual meal. So that's why it takes a long time, but if you're patient, it's worth it. With something like this, you can just eat it with like any other dish. It's, I think, considered a side dish as well. Super tasty. The sprouted soybeans are done, so I'm just gonna take out the soybeans. I squeezed out the excess water in this, and now we're just gonna season it. A little bit of garlic again. I'm gonna add some salt in. Sesame oil. It's like tender but still a bit crunchy. I've also made this with bean sprout as well, so you can use either soybean sprouts or bean sprouts, either one. Alright, number 2 is done. I'm gonna cut up the carrot. I've already peeled the skin off, and we're just gonna cut this on a diagonal. The way I learned how to like cook all this is like directly from Maangchi. So if you really want to cook this, I would also recommend that you look at her video and then pick out exactly what you want from it. That's what I have done. I just kind of taken her recipe and kind of made it my own. So this part we're just making matchsticks, as you can kind of see. They don't have to be perfect because they are going to cook down and it's going to be fine. Just keep them like kind of bite-sized pieces. You don't want any like huge chunks. I keep eating. This is why I'm never hungry when I end up finishing cooking, because I always eat. We're going to do the same with the zucchini. Beautiful. Wow, so much food. It's gonna be me eating this as well, so I'm gonna be like eating this for the next freaking week. I'm just gonna add some salt to this, just to make it sweat. Also, I need to do it to the carrots. I can already feel it getting sweaty. Gross. But yeah, this will just draw out the excess water in there. Now we've got cucumbers. Just gonna cut them long ways. And then cut them into half moons. I feel like I should be talking more, but I just don't know what to say really. I'm just focusing on getting this meal cooked. Alright, salt it again. Make us sweat. Ew. What am I even saying? If I had some bigger bowls, I would do this in a bigger bowl, but I'm running out of options. Salty. Okay, pretty much the last vegetable we have to prep, which is the red capsicum. I love red capsicum. There's a baby inside. The baby tastes good. Pull out its guts. Oh wait, maybe it doesn't taste good. I don't know. It was kind of sour, which is weird. So for aesthetics, we're only going to use the outside bit. We're not going to use the top and bottom pieces, but don't worry, I'll eat them. Okay, so now I'm going to fry the vegetables up. I'm just going to fry them only for a few minutes each until they're just a little bit tender, and then we'll season them. I'm going to add a little bit of sesame, a teensy bit of garlic. So I just tasted it and it's a little bit crisp but a little bit tender as well. Just going to add dash the smallest amount of oil. Now we're going to do the zucchini, but I'm going to get rid of all the excess water. A little bit of sesame oil. I have some leftover sesame seeds, so I'm just going to dump that in there. And you don't want to cook it for too long. You don't want it to start browning or anything. You just want to get it to a nice tender spot. Ready. Now we've got the cucumber, and I got rid of all the excess water. Cucumber don't cook for too long. You still want it to be quite crispy and crunchy. With the tofu, I'm just gonna warm them up, I guess. 2, 3, 4. I also realized I forgot to do the shiitake mushrooms. So I'm just slicing them up. And then I'll just pan fry them. Add a little bit of garlic to this. A touch of soy sauce. Sesame oil. Alright, finally we're done with all the cooking. It does take a little while, but honestly it's so worth it, and if you're cooking for a few meals, then it's definitely a lot better. So we've got the spinach, we've got the carrot, the zucchini, we have edamame, then we've got shiitake mushrooms, cucumber, capsicum, sprouts, tofu, and we've got the hot pepper paste ready to go on top. And then I just cooked an egg, so it's now time to assemble it all. So this is what the rice is looking like. I intended not to put too much rice in my bowl, but that kind of failed. So now we can just start assembling. Running out of space. Put this in the center. Look how pretty it's looking. And then finally the egg. The eggy. And you don't want to cook it too much because you want the egg yolk to kind of, and then for the finishing touches, oh. Typically if you eat this out, you have like a squeezy bottle of the bibimbap paste, but yay, and it's done. Okay, now I'm gonna eat dinner by myself. Got some candles, good to go. Alrighty. think I put too much in my bowl. Alright. Spicy. Oh, this is so good. I made so much though. I'm not even hungry. When I was at the store, I saw there was a bibimbap paste, which might not be as spicy as a straight up gochujang, because gochujang is just like straight up hot pepper paste. So if you can't take spice as much, don't put as much sauce in. But I like this base. Oh, this is so good. Mate, I can't tell myself. Well, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching me cook. I don't know how entertaining it was because I didn't really talk the whole time because I was focusing on cooking and I didn't really know what to say, so it probably wasn't the most entertaining thing. But if you got all the way to the end, I highly recommend that you try to make this at home. This is like a staple dish for Koreans. But yeah, everyone who tries this always loves it. So highly recommend that you try cooking this, or if not, go out to a Korean restaurant and try it there. Yeah, anyways, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.